and this map is garbage. It's your boy J Money with the man Rogue, with the co-casting, along with Dolphin on production. This is RGL. This is season. Rogue, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Uh, yeah, man, it's funny. I feel like I spent so many years in the doldrums playing absolute garbage maps that, like, I hear you that, Asheville isn't everyone's favorite, but it's also like, oh, this is the worst thing on this exquisite 5-star restaurant where they freaking wipe your mouth for you and massage you while you eat. Man, I'm excited to see these teams though. Yeah, looking forward. We got the Mr. Warabi Corporation versus who's getting the best bread.
W Corp versus the big boys, Bread Gang. Not calling it by their name, W Corp and Bread Gang. You know how it goes, dude. We got some excellent Highlander going on for you tonight, especially because this is week 6, which means there's only 2 more weeks in the regular season, Rogue. We got some epic gameplay about to throw down here. It's about to be a movie, dude. You already know.
Yeah, really. I want to just pull up the league standings one more time because for anyone just joining us here, basically we have 7 weeks of the main season or like the regular season, and then we break off into playoffs. So playoffs is only the top 4 teams in North America. That's it. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200. So right now, looking at the leaderboard, we have, of course, it's Goonman Chubbs Daniel going 5-1, who actually had a shocking upset by Squirtier last week, but basically they're the front runners here and have a bye week this week, I believe. And yep, that is correct. So they're basically guaranteed playoffs. For the rest of these teams, though, 2 wins and suddenly you're there. So for both of these teams, like the Bread Gang and Mr. W Corp, they got right now they're 3-2. So if you take this week, take next week, you're probably in playoffs.
It's all about the wins. It's all about these upsets. And it's all about who wants to play in invite playoffs. Who wants to be the next Jason Tatum? Who wants to win multiple rings on their finger? You already know. But for all this talking, bro, please run us down one of these rosters, bro, because we got 2 head-to-heads tonight.
Yeah, who am I feeling? I'll go with the W Corp here. So we have average on scout, making a stellar, well, not return, probably just as a substitute or a ringer, but it's Amanda Panda 45 Woot. That's JJ Slim for any fans of one of the masters here of soldier players. Like, yeah, you look no further than players like JJ Slim and Highlander, other than like Jay or all these other greats, right? Anyway, Dope on Pyro, we got Fuzz on Demo Man, Poi playing heavy, Brand Molvik on Engineer, Vandir on Med, Whalmart Sniper, and Flew on Spy.
For the side of the big Bread Gang, we got Hero on Scout, Billy Boy, Billy Bum on Soldier, we got Thick on Pyro, we got Humphrey on Demo Man, we got Tuka on Heavy, Hardhead Jones on Engineer, EQ952 on Medic, Warabi on Sniper, and Galaxy on Spy. One thing, Rogue, what's interesting about this team is that we do not see Scary Broccoli anymore for the side of Bread Gang. Apparently, the rumor is that bro was cut or he quit. I don't know exactly the exact rumor, one of the two, but they have a demo change this time around. Some people have said that Humphrey is a complete upgrade. Some people have said it's essentially going to be the same team. What you think about that, brother?
You know what? I think I'm with you that at least it's not super clear to me whether it's everything's the same or if this is better. The one thing I'm concerned about though is bringing someone in this late in the season. You lack a lot of that chemistry, right? These players have been together for, I don't know, maybe 10 weeks and practicing together, learning each other's ins and outs, adjusting, adapting. So listen, maybe what Humphrey's bringing to the table works right away and they seal the deal. Maybe it doesn't work, but it's a lot harder than, if you're down 0-2, finding your way back in the game. You don't have all the comms ironed out with your team. You don't have all the plays you practiced a million times. So I think that's it for me, that like, if this is a tougher game, they're really gonna feel the burn having just brought in a newer player. That's what I'm worried about.
And the flip side could happen, alongside that, along if it's going to the point to where, bringing in a new demo late this season kind of just turns the table for your team, then I can absolutely understand how not even just how I can understand how, even with a demo switch this late in the season, it could be very beneficial for the team. There could have been some inconsistencies that was happening with the team, but one thing that's important, bro, what are your predictions for this map? Because mine are a little skewed going into it.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. I have to think. I mean, both these teams are pretty much tied. When we've seen, like, I feel like from both sides, like, this team is playing really sharp. I'm gonna say, oh my god, JJ Slim is so good on this map. I feel like I can't predict against him. So I'm gonna go 4-2 for W Corp. What about you as we go live?
4-2. I'm gonna say 4-3 for Bread Gang. I'd say it's a Bread Gang dub, dude. I'm saying, but I just realized Boy has hashtag Jamam wide. I'm mad, but it has happened. We have engaged. It looks like we're just kind of taking things slow to see if we can try to get any pick. Boy gets immediately taken out by and it's just a feast. Humphrey with the demo sticking above, walking forward, turning this into a souffle, a creme de la creme, if you might add. A beautiful forward whole W mid. They said, hey, listen. JJ Slim trying to get in, everybody else immediately gunned down by Tuka and Co. And they're playing this aggressive. Hold up, they on the vets. They wanna lock this down. Oh, Humphrey Stickies get this. Stickies disappear. It looks like JJ Slim is gonna have to get picked up by Mori, but he gets picked up by Blue Walls as well. You want to see if you're a W code? Ooh, Iku get picked up by Wellmart. Already on the case. They said, who care if we won the mid? It's what happens after that mid. Player ad immense for the side of W Corp as we are looking to go ahead and re-engage the point a little bit, trying to wait for team. Tuka is above the shutter. Doesn't look like he's getting called out. Working immediately with Galaxy, getting 2 picks right in shutter. Billy Boy down with a 20-second respawn, but W Corp is looking to go ahead and push forward with Humphrey getting pressured out by Average with the Uber coming out. Tuka, Galaxy losing their lives as well, but Thick, nice little force as he is looking to escape with his life as well. And I say force as he's actually the one who did not force. He's chilling. I was looking at the disguise rogue. Beautiful, beautiful plays going back and forth already.
Yeah, you never guess after the dust settled, like, that mid felt like those cartoons where there's just a big dust cloud and then it settles and suddenly, like, Vandir made it back to spawn. That Uber is really keeping them in this round. We basically have a tied game once the next Ubers come up, setting its point then. Humphrey Tuka working their way out main. JJ Slim, wait, sorry, a fast bomb out of Billy Boy. Charging forward, right now Vandir sitting super comfortable, Galaxy not in position quite yet. So it looks like we're just gonna even out wait for these Ubers.
As we are starting to lose a couple people left and right, Billy Boy looks like he is in a position to see. Oh, but just as I say that, he's actually gonna, oh wait, Galaxy right there behind him, actually working with them, saving his life as well, getting the pick on the JJ Slim. The flank fight with the aggressive for the combo, looking massive with Humphrey getting the pick on the Vandir and getting the cleanup on Fuzz, not before getting Fuzz. Not before getting the force, excuse me, along that line. Beautiful force. They are still going to keep the player at, and they are going to reclaim the point. Time just literally neck and neck, 204 at Bread. Now how it is, it's, you see, as we are starting to see Bread Gang. Ooh, Brand Movic actually getting picked off by Galaxy as well. Blue Walrus went for the teleporter, being a little annoying. What you like to see if you're a spy. Galaxy getting picked off by Boy. And right now, we're just kind of fighting here and there. Tuka gets a pick. Nice shot from Mori, nice shot from Walmart, and it's just a battle. It's just fighting. Blue always gets picked off by Mori and Thick back on Pyro. Yeah, nah. People got picked off twice by these little Walmart peaks, man. Gotta protect your medic, bro. Gotta protect your medic, bro.
And I'm looking at these teams, Vandir now having this big ad, but having a lot of time to make up for on the clock here. Yeah, that's the thing. Listen, whether you have a 0% or 99%, you still have Uber, so you get in trouble in spots like that. Nice shot from Wari grabbing Fuzzy right now, and the Uber gets forced on the average. No HP, no demo man. They get just one pick. It's only Thick. JJ Slim flying across, finding nobody. So they're all gathering on Batcher with Mawari, trying to pick those pot shots from downtown.
Along that, no Walmart and no Blue and Mawari. With him, with his life being up, he's able to just kind of he's able to just swing. He's able to just whip it out. Hey, pause. He's able to just come out around to the point as well. JJ Slim trying to see if he can do anything with it. He's going to get a little nice shot on the Mawari, but isn't going to get any kind of kill, just some damage. Billy Boy did lose his life lower, but JJ Slim is actually going to get obliterated by Tuka as well, getting the cleanup. Uber ad still in the hands of Bread Gang with 25 seconds left on the clock. It is, I wouldn't even say it's a miracle, but we're going to have to see something along these lines if we're going to see W Corporation Corporation try to do anything with Blue Rars get picked off by Hero. Uber in the hands still of Gret, but Humphrey and Tuka with the sack coming out gets the force. 10 seconds left on the clock. What's probably going to happen is, yep, the immediate exchange. I thought they were actually going to play the post, but as we see this now, we are starting to see members from W Corp peek out slowly, steadily. JJ Slim getting picked off by Galaxy. Everybody else on the point, but with no Ubers out, it is just a dry Uber fight. Walmart getting the pick on the EQ, but everybody else from Bread Gang is getting their mans one by one as Fuzz, one-man army, 4K at the mid, but had to C9, didn't have enough players, but a nice 4K coming out from Fuzz could not stop the death ball rogue.
You know, we got Hard Hat Jones on the 2K with the fists, like the engineer melee, you know, one in each hand. Well played, and man, Bread Gang's playing fast here. I'm so excited to see if they keep this tempo up. This match feels like it's in their control.
They basically are keeping anything they can, keeping it hard at bay. Tuka finally going down, took a little bit to lose his life. Boy losing his life as well. And the player ad looks to be in favor of W Corporation with Vandir getting picked off by Muari. He has his mans before losing the point. Massive player ad for the side of Bread. Who's getting the bed? Just as I say that, no way, as Eco on the case getting the mans with the player ad in favor again of W Corporation. Hero in the pit. Oh wait, fake kill. Didn't even see it. It's too fast. Billy Boy 83 health right at lower. We're starting to see some members from W Corporation just go ahead and enter right in, right at the mid with the point. Looks like we're trying to see a little bit of a sack with Humphrey losing his life, but getting Vandir! Humphrey! The man, the myth, the legend! The solo sack! The one-man warrior! Luke Skywalker in the flesh. Oh, but Marmar getting picked off by Billy Boy, but he gets his life, gets traded out by Average. Yeah, nah, this is some intense gameplay. I hate this map, but I love the gameplay. With the counter sack immediately going. See if we get any type of pick. Tuka and Thick are going to be the first two to go down, but man, still getting their mans. Humphrey stopping all he can. The damage is massive. Going ahead and stopping that quick little sack. Rogue. It's looking hectic, dude. Like
Yeah, that's like, you know, teams are always like, oh, let's wait for buffs and sack together, but no, it's so much better. Just go fast. Go when they're not ready. Vandir had no idea the sack was coming. They fed one after another, and they get their mans. Now, big ad for Iku, but that's fine. You want to let this even out here. Just let, like, Vandir take the time to build, take the time to push. JJ Slim going to scout it out, turn some heads. They actually push ahead of the Uber. They're trying to, yeah, they force the Uber out so early. They're losing almost everyone, but Vandir's going to keep this Uber all the way in spawn.
a nice little sack. It was looking a little scary because for a second I thought it was just about to be another solo dolo. The team definitely went in, did what they managed to do and get that Uber force. Now it is up to the side of W Corp to figure out how they want to utilize this Uber. They have a massive ad. Do they want to use this to try to catch people? Do they want to use a poo-poo Uber, which they're probably not going to do? They want to just go ahead and try to get it within space. They do use through Shutter. Oh, and Welmar with a nice little pick on the EQ. But Billy Boy losing his life along with Galaxy. JJ Slim going ahead and clean up his opposition. Humphrey and Co. looking to come and see if they can get the pick on the band here. But it doesn't look to be the case. They are doing everything they can to keep Vander alive. Hero looking to be a hero. Oh, looking to be zero. Gets picked off by Walmart and 7 other players. It's impossible to dodge that unless your movement is nice. Average on the chase to Tuka. Tuka living, just kidding. No HP actually at that point. And W Corporation solidifying this cap yet again with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left on the clock. 1 minute and 33 for the side of Bread Gang. And the time is definitely not being wasted. Time is not being wasted. But I'm seeing Bread Gang. Oh, Billy Boy with the whip sack. Oh, and Sandir going down again. Another hero has emerged from the side of Bread Gang, and they call him Billy Boy Dash GT Grand Tom. Bro. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, you know, it's tough seeing, I think, these, like, the counterattacks here for W Corp. They're just not keeping the medic in the right spot. Like, more passive, he's fine. Oh, wait a second, Blue getting the quick pick onto the heavy. They have no spy as well. Never mind, that's a Deadbringer from Galaxy. Average on the high ground. Boy charging forward, getting Humphrey. They just wiped everybody. Even Eagle going down in that to Whalemart.
Such a white. Wait, what is Tuka's heavy said? My god. Yeah, change that thing immediately right now, bro. I ain't liking what I'm seeing right now. Oh my lord. That being said, Still some ad for the side of W Corporation. Oh my God, these scores are looking kind of nice. I'm seeing too, but still looking at this player at again. They could go ahead and go for another sack. They could do a drive, but dope is that dope pyro to reflect the airborne players. Vandir is trying to play some hot potato, some hopscotch, trying to keep himself alive. Billy Boy did go, and he's the only one of the sack. 2 immediately going, average, almost lost his life as well. Blue, get a nice pick on the Mawari. Letting Wellbar be able to swing as he can. Dope, back up the spy check. Galaxy does get picked up as well. 30 seconds left on the clock. 70% Uber for the side of Bread Gang. And everybody from the side of W Corporation is alive and well. Blue Arms kind of in a little position, kind of getting some information. Probably's going to do something as the Uber trades has immediately gone. Ooh, and the Uber trade does happen. Humphrey probably losing his life, cannot reinitialize with his men. He is going to die before getting Grand Moment as well. But the player ad looks to actually be in Bread Game's favor as the, oh my God, the focusing for the side of Bread Game even looks great. But just as I say that, JJ Slim coming in with the 3K, with the decimation, the splash damage, wiping the people off the point. If that's what you want to see, it looks to be in your favor, but with projectile is still up, when explosions are there, it looks like a Michael Bay movie, specifically Transformers Rise of the Dark Moon, whatever that is called. You already know.
Man, Billy Boy's everywhere on this map, and like for Blue Walrus to call around that Uber as they were on their way in. Amazing play. Fuzzy the first one down on this mid. Tuka charging forward. JD Slim popping up hard at Jones playing with his food there. But wait, Billy Boy manages to pick off so many in a row, it feels like. Average going down finally. Vandir makes it back out to spawn, but all alone. So as the dust settles here, it's easily Bread Gang mid-fight win here, but at least Vandir has a super for the next fight. But wait a second, Iku, my bad. JJ Slim found him all the way down in the back lines. That's classic JJ.
JJ Slim found his mans and immediately got on him, putting his team in some 30% player at them. Blue Walrus with a perfect pick on Amari, letting his team be able to kind of roam. But Billy Boy loses his life along with Galaxy, the brand Movic. Not what you want to see. At this point, we kind of take this confidently. Watch out for some counter stacks. One of them coming, and his name is Humphrey. His name is Humphrey. His name is Humphrey. Oh my goodness. This man can't be stopped. He can't be air blasted. He can't be contested. The man comes in, and it's just like, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and get that med for 300. Oh my gosh. Rogue every time.
Now let's see what Vandy wants to do here. You could play passive, but you really just give up the point. I want to see them charge forward. Find Iku now. Don't let them get Uber. Keep Vandir in a spot where you trade Vandir for Iku, and you're going to hold this point for a long time. If you chill out here, this is, yeah, always a tough one. Like, all right, we'll let them get Uber, keep our med passive, but then we lose the point, huh?
Oh, wait, speaking of point, ain't losing. The only thing they about to lose is no, wait, actually, they wait, wait, fucking, wait a second, boy, JJ Slim, Blue Walrus, 3K, oh my God, Galaxy, oh my God, everyone is damaged. It just kills everywhere, left, right, up, down, left, right, BA, select star, they're everywhere. Prime positioning from Poi. They did a little sack play to see if we can go, especially because Iku, at that point, the Uber ended closer to the point, closer on their side. No reason not to go ahead and try to fight for that, especially giving your team massive amounts of Uber ad. Billy Boy in the lobby, just traded out by Bramovic. Uber doesn't initialize. It does come out. We are probably going to lose Nick here, but Nick doing a great job at going ahead and air blasting these people at bay, and we're pretty much only going to lose Bramovic for the side of W Corporation, but it does not end there. Oh, actually, it does end there. They went ahead. Humphrey don't want nobody on his VATS. It was looking a little ambitious. I thought they were going to do the drive VATS play and just lock it down, even though they have player ad. I would have loved to seen it. But as we are starting to see the likes of Bread Gang slowly but surely move in, as Wellmar's going to be one of the first people to get picked off. JJ Slim losing his life, and the pick on the Fuzz has initialized as well. Blue Wars has died to the mini sentry, and we have lost Prime combo members with Poi also losing his life as well to Hero, and the ad is massive. 40% ad, looking for the side. Ooh, actually, about to be 30 at this point. 30% ad for the side of Bread Gang Rogue. But time is of the essence, my guy.
Yeah, evening out here, but they don't have a clear way in, right? Like, Galaxy's calling this so far in advance. Yeah, Galaxy called this play yesterday, where all of them rolling up here on bats. They're getting their buffs and Shutter. Sure, Uber's evening out. They're going right in time. Here it comes through Shutter.
Uber does come out fuzz. It's caught at the very last moment. Love to see it, but gets traded out because the Uber is better. The thing about a family Uber is if y'all ain't getting no family kills, then it's a divorce Uber. It's a family breakup Uber. But average and blue, saving the breakup with remarriage. I don't care at this point. It doesn't matter. Pick classes on the side of both teams are completely down. It is a 7v7. If both teams wanted to try to fight, they could, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Without your pick classes, we're just going to take this slow, even especially with the player, with the spawn ad being in favor of W Corporation. It didn't seem like they wanted to drive, but they want to drive now with these pick classes. Immediately going back up. Hero gets 5 to JJ Slim. Oh, but think with a nice air blast onto JJ Slim. Tuka gets picked up by Fuzz. It looks like we're just going ahead and trying to enter in, but Billy Boy doing a great at being a distraction for the rest of his team so they can kind of go in and get picks at B. 53 seconds left for the side of Red Gang. Now, both teams have Uber. Galaxy lost his life and he's on the 22nd respawner. They do not have any information whatsoever, but you know what they do have? Tenacity. They have ambition. They want to win. Red Gang wants this half win with 35 seconds, but it all depends on this Uber and who will be the post-fight champions. As the Uber immediately comes out from the side of W Corp, and Dope and Blue are lose their life. Player ad is looking beautiful for the side of Red Gang, and Humphrey doing a great job at just keeping people in the shutter. Gets shut up by Boy, but has support from Tuka. The post-fight is looking to be in favor of Red Gang with the player ad up as well. And 10 seconds left on the clock as they're trying to do everything in their power to see if we can get any type of pick. Humphrey and Billy Boy down. JJ Slim is not as well. Player ad is looking just about even, but picks are way better for the side of Red Gang as we see the second half clear as can be. Red Gang domination. Bro, good lord. Good lord.
Yeah. They came to win. I can't believe this is the level of team that's going like even, basically 3-2, like, going even wins and losses this season. And this is how good these teams are. I mean, I feel like we've seen a lot of these players for a while. Like, we've seen some as advanced winners. We've seen a lot of this crew in, playing like the top invite pugs, like with all the veterans and everything. And like, especially bringing them on a Koth map like this. It's like we go and then we go again and we go in 9th and 10th time and then the round is over eventually. Like, the one complaint I always have for teams that it's like, I don't care if your play is bad. I care if you don't try. You please push. And both of these teams are just taped a rock down to the W key and then never looked back. I love what I'm seeing here out of both sides.
I love that both teams are pretty aggressive, right? Like we definitely are seeing both teams decide like, hey, one thing I feel like I'm not seeing a lot of times from the side of W Corp, and it could just be situation, it could be the way that they play. They may have a specific way that they want to play against this team, but there are just pivotal moments, or there are moments that I feel are pivotal that they could just dry fight. Guaranteed positioning could be rough depending on how that dry fight is happening, especially if everyone's already posted up on a mid. It can be really difficult to go ahead and try to break into mid. But if a situation where they're respecting your space along that line, especially we've seen some moments where Humphrey didn't have traps a couple times, not saying the whole entire time, didn't have a couple traps on Shutter. It wasn't really trying to block out anybody. Couldn't really walk forward because there's a heavy just in his face. He has to respect it. He doesn't really have anyone who can contest them. It is moments like that to where you can initialize, especially with both classes, with both teams not having any pick classes, no information of any kind. I can see why it would be rough that they wanted to try to not engage in that dry fight, but situations like that, trying to force it, trying to overcome it, can really be a make or break. And a lot of the times, it can definitely be a break depending on how their position is, depending on how either team kind of positions themselves to kind of go ahead and absorb something like that dry fight. But I love seeing the aggression for sure. But I feel like there's still moments where we have people dying in really awkward situations. And I'm not talking like your simple your transition. It'll be like a post fight, right? And then the post fight usually happens upon one team usually backs up all the way, mostly W Corporation, and they try to refight, but that refight ends up being horrible only because we see Bread Gang usually have the position to absorb that refight of any kind, or 2 or 3 people usually die in that refight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I really am. I'm making such a meal myself out of these stats here, and like, Yeah, I think this is like the way that I love TF2 as well. It's like having the chaos, right? I want to just like drop a bomb in the middle of the server, have everyone scramble and scatter, create all this chaos, bring you down to my level, and then beat you with experience. I live here, you're just visiting. And I think I see like a rogue stat line out of Iku as well. Like more deaths and winning is exactly what I love to see. And we saw that from the first mid. They're like, we are all charging forward, we are giving up everything for the sake of getting the point, and then we will give up everything again for the point later, and it keeps working. Like it doesn't matter if you live, it doesn't matter if you get your picks, whatever. But some things that are standing out to me is like, oh my god, average this 23 and 8 stat line, tied for second damage. Or no, it's not second damage, it's I guess first is Humphrey, which is monstrous damage, like over 500 is crazy. Moari second, putting up a lot of damage, a lot of kills, but then average on Scout. I was thinking, like, just watching him a medic player myself, I'm like, I want to give average the beam more here. So for the fact that I had that thought a couple times and he's still fragging like this, I'm very excited for round number 2. It's loading up now.
As we are starting to see this for the people coming in right now, this is week 6 for two of the teams that were very anticipated to see how some of these scores are going to end up, but the mid has engaged. Hero, 21 HP, Livy, Wellmark gets a pick on the Juka. Now it's a free-for-all, it's a fight. Boy and Cole getting picked off, and at this point it's just left and right. People getting picked back and forth, and Moari loses his life as well. JJ Slim is there, but Galaxy looking to clean up people. Wellmark, 27 HP with a nice surf from Billy Boy, trying to stay alive. Billy Boy, 40 HP, calls out for his guy. Nobody knows how hurt he is as Billy Boy playing 007, looking to see if he can go ahead and try to contest in any way. Well, Bart, I thought he was still looking at that. Billy Boy trying to go ahead and recommit, getting a nice little shot on the average, putting him to 0 with the help of for the assist, finding Wellmark as well, going ahead and getting the kill, but they do manage to trade. But Red Gang, because of those heroics, is able to get that mid by stopping so many people. But that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, Rogue. You have a mid fight, something like that, it's a mid fight, it happens. But when it comes to when it comes to re-engaging, it just seems like there's 1 or 2 people that are always dead along that line. Average just tried to get information, but got forced in by Billy Boy. Wellmark was just trying to escape the situation, but tried to contest with mid and lost his life as well. Stuff like that just seems crazy.
Wow, yeah, JJ Slim won that mid, and then Billy Boy salvaged it. What a late pick. JJ now going for like that fake bomb, just shoving this guy off the high ground, clearing the way. Now we have blue across point peek and shutter. Even Bandier committing with average. There we go, they're coming up on Uber both sides. Losing both heavy, but Fuzz going down. These guys to Humphrey. Now what do you do? Like, do you take this with average or not? Uber actually does come back in, so maybe. Oh, actually they opt all the way back out for the ad play instead of cleaning up the bottom of the barrel frags here on point with everyone half HP.
And JJ, come and feel like Bud Orange, coming through the sky, call him the astronaut, cause he crash landed, and he at the press conference, he said we went to the moon and it was great, but they dig the force coming out from the side of W Corporation, from the works of Billy Boy, so it is going to go ahead and reset kind of how it is again. But one thing they have to be wary of is when they are fighting. When you are fighting as a team, you got to stay with each other as a team. I'm seeing way too many times where there's some people getting picked up by these pick classes a little too much. The sack does come out, and it looks like, oh, Billy Boy! They call him Billy Boy GT, just as they call him JJ Slim, because he's slim enough to get in there and get those picks. Oh my goodness. I'm seeing some acting going on. I'm seeing some Oscar-winning performance. Hand some of these people a Saturn Award. Call them Breaking Bad, because we cooking up in there, man. Oh my God, bro. What happened, boy? What happened?
Yeah, any Soldier players in chat, load this demo, watch from JJ Slim's POV, go back to the start and watch from Billy Boy. They're both playing out of their minds here. Right now, this fast ride push, but Bandit going down to Galaxy on the back lines. Big out of here for Iku, and they're going to get point pretty much scot-free, except Wellmark has something to say about it.
Oh, and just as we try to see a little sack going on, oh, we're not even seeing any kind of picks on the sack, man. But you know what's weird? What's weird is I feel like I'm actually seeing some frustration plays actually coming out of W Corporation. We've had a couple of these refights now where we can't even try to engage because a combo player is dead, and then for that one singular combo player, they don't even want to try to engage. They don't want to try to they don't want to try to re-engage with the 8v9. They don't want to do it because, especially if you're losing your demo on a mid like this, that's tragic. can't even do anything about that. Galaxy does lose his life. Information is going to be limited for the other side of the Bread Gang. Average and O just trying to call out damage. Tuka being the first one to die to so-called damage. The Uber does manage to come out. It doesn't look like we're getting any other picks inside the one from mid. Billy Boy going to go ahead and get picked up by Buzz, and it looks like at that point we're letting situations kind of slow down and just kind of pick it up by themselves. Brand Movic, engineer on a 7-second respawn time, along with Billy Boy on a 5. But player ad is looking pretty solid for the side of the W Corporation. Now we're in the same predicament again. If we try to push, are we using the Uber immediately, getting through the door? Are we going to try to get space and try to keep it for another fight? Brand Movic loses his fight to the stickies are on the floor. Buzz loses his life as well to Warabi, who sits on ramp, is picked up by Wilmar. Uber does come out. Boy gets obliterated by Billy Boy from a nice little bomb, who is living with 13 HP in secret. Manages to live. It's chill. It's chill. I know the admins. We're gonna live. And it just seems at this point that Bread Game is just cleaning up these kills, left and right, smooth as butter. Call me the baker, because I'm in here making cookies, man. Goodness. Disgusting, Rogue. Disgusting, Rogue.
That's a heavy 3-1 so far in favor of Bread Gang. First of 4 wins the map here. Anyone not familiar here, so yeah, this is gonna put whoever wins this one up 4-2 in their stat line here in Invite Season 20. Here we go on mid number 5.
As we see that Buzz is going to be the first demo to go ahead and get picked off. Tuka loses his life as well, but the player ad is not even just player ad. The kills are looking to be a little bit even, but a little bit more crucial for the side of Bread Gang. But we have not a lot of people to be able to walk forward. They got to play as a team for W Corporation. But we're starting to see people getting picked off left and right. Boy, with the big 450 DP or 450 health, just soaking up all this damage, it's going to go ahead and solidify his position on the point with the rest of his team. You don't want to walk forward at this heavy, especially if that heavy knows how to aim. If there's anything you know about bombing heavies that know how to aim, you don't do it. As we are starting to see Bread Gang put up a little bit of a fight. Bandit, Billy Boy. No, Billy Boy was on the play, but Warabi gets the pick right on the whale bar as well. Warabi can just go ahead and swing if he wants to with the help of his team. Uber does come out with the side of both teams, and it's going to be a little bit in favor, actually, on the side of W Corporation. But the thing about it is where's the post-fight? Where's the robot mansley? As we are starting to see both teams just kind of solidify their positionings. Just as I say that, actually, 2-row, it looks like we are engaging with a dry fight. You want to see Uber situations are out of the way, so why not take a dry fight? Why not have some of these low players below? There seems to be favor of Bread Gang because the health is not healthing on the side of W Corporation.
Health and yeah, we got this crossbows coming out. So right now they have that kind of choice. Like, are they going to go for something aggressive? Literally half of the players walked forward and walked back. Someone called it off, and it's a fun call either way, whether you go for it or not, because you're not up on this Uber yet. Tuka running the bases here, going all the way through lower, back out, over the river and through the woods. Shout out Grandma's house. These Ubers evening out. We're finally on point here. We have like Koi, Whalemart going for that first shot. Equals close. Whalemart doesn't quite get it. Uber's even now 100%.
Shout out Grandma's house. Shout out to hell no. Don't shout out to this grandma Uber though. What in the world? A little bit of a little even exchange, but they went ahead, disrespected, and pushed through Shutter. That's the thing I'm talking about. Bread Gang, at this point, they take these Uber situations and they get a little greedy, and this greed doesn't get punished. We just saw Tuka with the better Uber peek through and get a pick on the opposing boy. Oh, and stuff like that with Humphrey disrespecting and peeking the Shutter and getting the pick on the boy. You need to have some people stop that. You can't get disrespected. That's not what you want to see if you want to solidify this dub, this win. If you get disrespected, it's all over. I'm sure W Gang knows. I'm sure W Corporation understands that. Stuff like that, simple things like that, it's going to get you an L. Iku does get picked up by Whalemart. Nice little beam. Nice little dream, as we are keeping the dream alive. Vander kind of playing his life as well, just trying to let his team soak up all this damage. Mari in a position, he can't really peek, but Average does get picked off. A nice little 1-2 from Hero Mari, as Flu gets picked off as well. And Humphrey did lose his life to Whalemart, but the sack doesn't. Oh, wait, Galaxy gets the pick right onto Amanda Panda, 45 Woo, aka JJ Slim, right onto the ramp, and it's going to keep himself alive for another play. He's going to try to work something with his team, as JJ Slim actually called Galaxy bad in the chat, right in the chat. Dick with the giving Galaxy his clip. Oh my goodness. Putting himself in the position. Oh, prime positioning. But they did find him out. Too many people playing pinball with his body. Too many people playing pinball with his body. Just we see that again. 2 minutes left on that clock. Still a nice little Uber ad. Breaking has done really well. A lot too when it comes to the Uber. Just as I say that, Tuka gets picked up with these counters, and Billy Boy gets denied a nice little air blast coming from Dope. And it just kind of looks like everyone from Shudder seeing that they can peek out thick. But their HP almost lost his life. Blue winning the fight against Galaxy as well. And the Ubers Rogue are just gonna reinitiate. They're gonna even out, bro. They're gonna even out.
Yeah, is it me? It feels weird that we have these you know, waiting to run out the clock here. Finally, Uber's out across the point. It's so much better for Van here. Oh, Fuzzer charging forward, knocking them out. Okay, great. You want the Ubers just kind of off the board. The clocks are also almost even. Hard Hat Jones, though, getting a lot of damage across with his little mini sentry. JJ coming to uproot that one real quick. But the prize are going way in favor of the W Corp.
And you know, we did have a point. Boy did lose his life. He couldn't break the wait. He could not break the stare down from the heavy and Shudder. He had to commit for his teammate. If he didn't, he would have lost his life. Iku though, JJ Slim, being the astronaut that he is again, being Buzz Aldrin, going back into space to get the pick right on the Iku once more, putting his team in position to get the ad once more, as they are doing. 70% ad. Well, listen, if you want to nitpick, like 60, 62%, if you want to nitpick. Galaxy also put himself right in the position to be for the stab, to be in the corner. Dope lost his life. This is the Galaxy pick as he starts to engage, looking to lose his life as well. Billy Boy on ramp. Uber does get initialized. It does get used. It has been used, but the thing about it, the thing about shooting the three-pointer is you gotta hit the rim, right? So that was an air ball. Uber, if I had to say so myself, you lost a couple players on that one. You tried to set up a screen for your boy, it wasn't working too well. Ramova did lose his life as well. 3 seconds left, and they're just going ahead and trying to sack, but the sack is looking atrocious for the side of W Corporation. They could not get in. It just kind of looked like, oh no. It just kind of, it's like that scene from Nemo when it's all the birds that are chasing Nemo and Dory and they can't catch them. That's exactly what that felt like. It was looking bad. It was looking bad. Absolutely mogged alongside that line, but still in position to make something happen, bro. 30 seconds left on the clock, bro.
Yeah, it all comes down to this. You're fighting for your life here for the W Corp. One more round loss and they lose this map here. Humphrey being the first pick is enormous out of Whalemart. That's everything you could hope for. Average shoving them forward. Wait, losing Whalemart. Okay, it's fine for now, but suddenly that's free reign from Wari.
Oh, and we do see the Uber exchange. It's going to be actually better for the side of Red Game, and this post-fight is not looking good. If you want to get this dub with Buzz being the first one out the door again, everyone just trying to flood in. Tuka, who loses his life, but poor Billy Boy and Wari going ahead and cleaning the house, getting the dub for Red Game. And that is going to be your Highlander Week 6 season good for Highlander Part 2. Rogue. Brother, what happened to these post fights, bro?
Yeah, that was a strong showing. Yeah, you talk about these post fights. It seemed like you know, I think the W Corp had the right ideas. You know, they had the right timing, they had good ideas for plays, but they sort of lacked that follow through, like you mentioned. I think for the side of the Bread Gang here, they just kind of, you know, everyone who was in, like Humphrey's doing so much damage that anyone who goes, you just get the pick anyway. I mean, Billy Boy is everywhere on the map. Like, even if someone is trying to defend against you, they have to choose whether they're looking forward at you or backwards at Billy Boy. Like, it's such a tough call. So yeah, this team, like, and again, Iku to play like so with the team that you die for it and still be making the right plays and like committing to those throughout the rest of the rounds. You know, some people look at their stat line and they're like, oh no, I died too much, I got to play passive and bait my team. Nope, not Iku. Fantastic play all around. Like, just really all in as a team, so fast every time. I'd love to hear who's actually calling on this team. Like, I mean, Tuka is fantastic on this map too. Like, I feel like so excited when Tuka's my heavy on Asheville pugs, you know? So yeah, really across the board here, it's such like a, yeah, this 4-1 stat line goes against my prediction. I thought about someone like JJ Slim, Flu Walrus, like those players that have so much to show on this map, and average, oh my god, those stat lines from round number 1. it's like you really thought they kind of had what they needed. But again, I think it came from like their playbook was the issue, not the individuals. But man, Bread Gang had all of that and more.
See, and too, it definitely there was just a couple things at W Corporation. I didn't like a couple things that W Corporation, Warabi Corporation was really putting out. You know, post fights were just looking boo 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 boo, doggy doo doo, everything along that line. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was gonna be a lot closer for sure, like a lot closer, especially looking at some of these stat lines. But piggybacking on what you said earlier, it got to the point where combo from Bread Gang played so close and so tight knit that if they died and if they were tight knit, even if it was in a position where Iku wasn't in the best spot to live, if there is a call to commit, they absolutely committed. You were seeing that in gameplay. You were seing that when they were getting disrespectful right and Shutter whenever it was an even situation and they could have easily fought some of these players out. The amount of times that Humphrey would Humphrey would try, like if someone's peeking Shutter and he's just stuffing Shutter to the point where if a team's on bat, they're shooting them, okay, you back up. But anyone else through Shutter, if I'm not being contested, I'm just gonna run at you. I'm gonna hold W. I'm gonna get free damage. JJ Slim and Billy Boy were putting up Oscar level performances with both of these bombs, trying to go ahead and just being the what they call them now, sanitation engineers, garbage men, cleaning up the garbage, cleaning up the kills, cleaning up the medics. Gotta do what you gotta do. But there were definitely some key players playing performances that not giving us performances that were just one of one. I really appreciated it. And Rogue, here's the real question. Logs aside, who was the MVP? Who was the MVP for both teams?
Ooh, good question. You know what? I'll go with both sides. It's got to be the Soldier, Billy Boy, JJ. Both of those players are like starting all these fights, finishing all these fights, doing everything in between. But I do have to give a shout out to Humphrey. Like I said, how hard it is to join a team this late in the season and like iron it out to go up against like a really fast-paced game on a Koth map. Your medic is dying again for good reason, but you just don't get as many heals, and you're up against like JJ Slim. You're going against Whalemart. You're like to hold your own, do over 500 DPM each half. Fantastic job. But yeah, my MVP's got to be both Soldiers. Billy Boy, JJ are out of this world on a map like this.
It's just crazy, and it's just crazy too. Like the Soldiers for sure, because from the side, if you are, how would you put it? If you are W Corporation, Rogue, this is invite. 2-man sacks should not be getting your med. I'm saying it. I'm keeping it a buck. 2-man sacks should not be getting your med in any situation. 1-man sacks should not be getting your med. If I am a lone soldier and I'm looking at 9 players and I bomb, should I get the medic? Should not be getting that medic. Got 8 people, maybe 7 people shooting me out of the sky, disrespect me, maybe a mini sentry up in the air, but stuff like that, it should not be happening. And even for the side of Bread Gang, it wasn't happening too often when it came to sacks at that, but if JJ Slim just up in the sky, up in the air, and we know, bro, about to go out the stratosphere, gotta protect your mans. Sometimes they just work too fast. But the MVP to both soldiers, it's perfect. That does very, very well. Does very, very well. But there was just, I don't know, Rogue, what do you think? What do you think went wrong for W Corporation besides the post fights? What do you have to say?
Yeah, I mean, I think you nailed it really. How, yeah, like when they had the point, basically, it didn't feel super inspired. Like they were taking the fights at the right time almost every time. Like you got to go fast, you got to try and win hard, and they would do that. But then when they're holding point, it's like, we're not holding in a way that really protects our medic. We're not taking the game into our own hands, right? There was a time they had the point, 20 seconds left on the clock, and I'm like, ooh, they have ad. Flu Walrus is in a great position. What are we going to do with this? And then they all just kind of sat for 20 seconds waiting for the enemy team to come in, and then it was this huge chaos overtime. Like I forget even who won that round. That's how close it was, right? So I think like having that follow through, right? Like, okay, they're taking the fights at the right time, doing the right things in the fights, but then what? So yeah, I feel like it's kind of rare actually to say that the defaults are the missing link here, which again was almost what I was worried about for the Bread Gang, because like bringing in Humphrey, you're not going to have all of those like that flow chart ironed out as much with the new player. But hey, they put in the work, and I think W Corp, like, I think it's a great issue that you're kind of, your work is cut out for you here, right? And maybe they're not a Koth team, or maybe they just have trouble on this map, but it's like, watch this match. see what the other team does to hold it against you, see what your holds look like and where they went wrong. I think it's actually kind of a layup to reconcile where the improvements are.
No, for sure. Especially when especially when you're thinking of like some of these other teams that they faced as well, or like, well, like if this was like a Squirt and Witness Gaming, you know, some of the stuff that we were seeing here would not be happening in the game like that. Guarantee. Did both teams put up? Did W Corporation put up a fight? Absolutely, but it could have been better. It absolutely could have been better. But with that being said, too, there's just it's just times of aggression. But with that being said, it is how it is, and it looks like, looking at this, it looks like with that too, everyone else in that playoffs bracket, Goonman, Chubbs, Squirt, and Witness actually won their games. So there's only one more week left, Rogue, and it's Swiftwater week. What you guys say about Swiftwater, man? What you guys say about it?
Yeah, it's a tough shout. Let me see if there's any interesting ones. But yeah, Swiftwater is the longest map we have in the division. Like, there's a whole 5 points you got to cap, and like you have to have all that, like, ins and outs of like working together with your team to make decisions on the fly. You have to have great defaults. You have to have those star players, and like you have to like find those miracles too. Like getting into last, it's like you can only plan so much before you're pushing for 2 minutes, then 5, and then 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm hoping the best for these teams where you've had all season to work out that chemistry. You got a lot of time to think about it. If you lose 1 point on this map, it's not so bad, but just don't lose 2 or 3 in a row, and we'll be in a good spot. And I think it's a great check for playoffs too, that like if Steel is not the last map of the season, then Swiftwater being the last map is a great choice. Excellent menu that's been catered for us here from the RGL gods.
Oh yeah, I 10 out of 10 would rather have a Swiftwater from my last week than I would a Steel. If I have a Steel from my last week, I'm crashing out. Same words I shouldn't say. I'm being mean to everybody. It doesn't, except my grandma. Love my grandma. Would never be mean to my grandma. But everybody else, nah, they catching fade. It doesn't even matter. But it's gonna be interesting too, because when we see next week, we got some hot games, because Bread next week actually has to go against Goonman next week. So that's gonna be really exciting, as well as I believe W Corporation actually goes against Witness Gaming, I believe. So I could be wrong. Yeah, so they go against. So we have some nice game potentials next week to see exactly who keeps their position, who doesn't keep their position, and what the win outcome could look like. There could be some upsets on Swiftwater. We've seen a couple Swiftwater upsets. They could look kind of nasty, dude.
Yeah, let me see if I'm running the numbers right. Like you mentioned, since basically the 2 teams we just saw have to go against the top 2 teams. So assuming the higher ranked teams beat the lower ranked teams, our 4 playoff teams will be Goonman, Chubbs, Daniel, Squirt, Witness, and then Bread Gang here. So yeah, this was the match that really mattered to get you into playoffs for Bread Gang. And there are a couple ways, it could shake out that, like, imagine there's a million upsets, the points get all shaken around, who knows? But more than likely, this is the way we're looking at playoffs. And man, did they earn it. Again, don't count your eggs before they hatch. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Well, the eggs can be counted because they're there, but they're not chickens until they hatch. You'll get it. In any case, I'm really excited for what I'm going to see out of these teams next week. And yeah, I can't wait to join you for it.
Dude, it's going to be hype. That being said, bro, it's been the Highlander match. This beautiful Monday night. Do you have any shout outs of any kind?
Yeah, you know what? I want to shout out Humphrey. Here we go. Who says in the chat here, I controlled the game apart from the round where Iku got destroyed. So like, yeah, listen, if you're that good, you get to, you flaunt it, go for it, you earned it to rock up to the server, hit a quick 500 twice in a row, 500 DPM both halves. Like, yep, send that in chat any day, go for it, man. Well, in any case, that's my shout out, and always much love to Dolphin. Thanks for putting all this together.
Say, I he covered his face with some bangs. He said, I controlled the game.
All according to plan.
Man, when it comes to shoutouts, of course, the Dolphin, as always, for doing production. This is hard. Don't think this is easy. You think this is easy? Go ahead and do it. You can. This is Dolphin. Yeah. Dolphin always on production. You for being here with me every week, of course. And to my beloved Chalk. Love Chalk. Respect Chalk. Love my Chalk. You know what I'm saying? Pokemon grind set, you know what I'm saying? Follow Chalk's Twitter, you know what I'm saying? He always says something funny, you know what I'm saying? But that being said, don't we might as well go ahead and dip out. So that being said, catch us next week for another action-packed Highlander gameplay. With that being said, I'm Jamon. This is Rogue and Dolphin, and we're out. Good night.